welcome back to my channel. My name's Amy. Thanks for joining me. Today is a bit of a different video, as you will have seen from the title and probably from the sort of trigger warning slide before this. I've been umming and ahhing about whether to talk about this or not, but I've decided that I'm going to, because it might be that someone that watches this channel has also had a similar experience and would like to see my experience or sort of offer any advice if they can. What I will ask is, please don't send me horror stories or things that are going to scare me, because I'm already quite anxious about everything that's going on as it is. So I'm just going to tell you my story, what's been going on with me. It doesn't mean that this will happen to anyone else that's going through this. Obviously I'm not a doctor, I can't provide any medical advice. I'm basically just sharing my experiences. So let's get cracking. I've got my laptop here because I have made notes because it's quite lengthy, and just so that I can refer to them so that I don't forget anything, because brain fog is one of the things that I have been suffering with, and yeah, I've made notes. So let's get cracking. Okay, so I hope you're sitting comfortably. I might do these in parts because I don't want to just like verbal diarrhea everything out into a really long video that probably won't be very engaging for you, the viewer. So I'm going to try and sort of keep these as short as possible. So I might not get everything in this video, but I'll keep updating you. So in March last year, March 2022, I decided to stop taking my contraceptive pill. I'm not in a relationship and I haven't been for a while, and I thought that it probably is time to have a break. I've been on it for a lot of years and I haven't needed it for a lot of those years. So I decided to stop taking it and give my body a bit of a break. And actually, as a result of that, my mental health has been so much better, and that was a real benefit, and I'm glad that I did come off the pill. Now, I have always kind of wondered if I had PCOS from various things that have happened. It's been in the back of my mind, but I'd never really done anything about it. And after I came off the pill, I started getting a lot of acne. I've always been quite, have a lot of body hair and facial hair, and as I say, it was in the back of my mind. So I came off the pill in March and had fairly normal periods every month after that. They were shorter than they were when I was on the pill, but I thought that was probably just because I'd come off the pill and my body was getting used to everything again. And then got to November and I was due to be on my period and it never happened. And I thought that it was probably sod's law because I was going on holiday and that it would probably happen on holiday. But it did not, and I have not had one since, and it's nearly March 2023 now. It's just end of Feb. So in September I had sent a consultation thing on the NHS app to my doctors asking if I could be tested for PCOS anyway. This was prior to the period stopping, because of other symptoms that I'd had, and that I thought, I'm going to get this checked out. Things like not being able to lose weight. The more I was exercising, the more weight I was putting on. If I lost weight one week, I would put double on the next week, doing exactly the same thing. Brain fog was terrible. For a lot of years, I have had a terrible memory. I forget a lot of things. And I actually put that down to bereavement, which was 2017, and I thought that had messed my brain up a little bit, which it could be that as well. But yeah, brain fog. I was having dizzy spells, and my hair was coming out. I don't know if I've already said that. And I would have 8 hours of sleep a night and wake up feeling like I'd been awake all night. I was just like a zombie. Eye bags. Yeah, it wasn't great. So I asked if I could be tested for PCOS. So that was September. Let me refer to my notes. So September 22, made inquiries via the NHS app with symptoms of PCOS. I had a phone call later that month to arrange a blood test. So I am on Halloween, so the 31st of October, I went in for my blood test, and then I got a text message the next day, the 1st of November, to say, we've had your results, please make an appointment with your doctor to discuss them. So at that point I was sort of thinking, they want me to go in to discuss them, that's a bit worrying. So I rang the doctor straight away to make the appointment, and they said, we haven't got an appointment until it was like the 27th of November or something like that. This was on the 1st of November. And I said, I'm on holiday then. Oh, is there anything else? And they made the appointment for the 5th of December. So I think they realised that I was a bit concerned that I was having to wait sort of 6 weeks to hear these results. And the receptionist said at the end of the phone call, oh, they're clear, by the way. So I was like, right, fine, that's fine, good. So I was kind of like, why am I going in to hear my results if they're clear? Maybe they want to do another test or something, just to be sure. I wasn't sure, but I left it, and then on the 5th of December, I went in for my test results, and the doctor said to me, before I'd even sat down, what was it that you made the appointment about? What were you concerned about? And I said, I thought I had PCOS. I had all of the symptoms, or a lot of the symptoms, but the receptionist said my results were clear. And the doctor kind of looked very confused and said, right, well, she shouldn't have said that, because it could be PCOS, but it is definitely thyroid. So I was a bit shocked. And comparing the symptoms, an underactive thyroid, which is what I've got, which is also known as hypothyroidism, has a lot of similar symptoms to PCOS. And actually, I think they are, it's not uncommon. If you've got one, you've got the other, from research that I've done since then. So I kind of said to her, right, okay, I'm a bit surprised, a bit shocked. Then I burst into tears, which I think was the shock, and said to her, well, at least I'm not being lazy. And she said, no, you're not being lazy. That is why, one of the reasons why you've struggled to lose weight, because I would go to the gym 3 times a week, or 2 or 3 times a week, and nothing. I wouldn't lose any weight, and I started to think, is it that old, well, muscle weighs more than fat thing? But it was getting to me. It was getting me down, because I was trying, and it wasn't happening. Don't get me wrong, I'm not unhappy in my body, but I think I probably could be a bit more healthy, and that was what I was trying to do. But so she told me that, yeah, I had an underactive thyroid, a hypothyroidism. My levels that day the day of the test, which was the 31st of October, we're at a 10, and apparently she said to me that normal is 5. So she said that she wanted me to have another blood test there and then. This was about 3:30 in the afternoon. And she said, I'm going to do the second blood test now, if you don't mind. And because of the time of day, if you could, I'd like you to take your blood up to the path lab at the hospital and hand it to them. Otherwise, it won't be collected until tomorrow, and I want them to be testing it today. So I said, yeah, that's fine. So she took my bloods and then gave it to me in a little bag, and I had to drive to the hospital, which isn't far, and drop it off, which I did. She then, the next day, texted me with the results. She asked me if she could do that, and I said yeah. And the results were now reading as 20, so they doubled in that 6 weeks. So she prescribed me with levothyroxine, and told me to book another blood test for 6 weeks' time. So the so I'll finish this video here now. So in summary, I came off the pill in March, periods stopped November, had a blood test in October, diagnosed in December, and was prescribed the medication. The medication is for life. It basically balances out your hormone level of your thyroid, I think, from what I can gather. But it's very likely that I will have to take it for life. It's fine, it's only a tiny little pill, and you know, if it works, then that's good. I will say that the results for the next blood test said that my levels were back to normal, so it was working. But I will continue this in the next video, so subscribe if you are interested in that, and following along with that journey, because there's another update, and then there'll be more updates in the future, because I've got appointments in the future to attend and things. But yeah, I hope this is informative, and obviously, again, this is just about me. I'm not a medical professional. If I've said some things that aren't technically correct, then that is just how I've interpreted things, and please don't use this as advice. But yeah, I will continue in another video with these health updates, and yeah, if this is something that you're going through, feel free to comment, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.